1941, December 7th, Pearl Harbor, Hawaii.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. The Japanese have attacked Pearl Harbor, Hawaii by air, President Roosevelt has just announced. The attack also was made on all naval and military activities on the principal island of Oahu.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan.
In World War II, Japanese-American lives were changed due to the effect of the bombing of Pearl Harbor. They were forced to live in internment camps and leave their homes for the unknown. The Japanese Americans' basic constitutional rights were taken away from them. These rights include the right to a trial and basic human freedoms. After this day, the lives of Japanese Americans would never be the same. February 19, 1942 was when the internment was established. It gave the military the power to rip Japanese Americans from their homes with no legal reason. This was the terror they lived through. Before the internment of Japanese Americans started, there were many little events that led up to this one single event. Many of these events include December 8th, Treasury Department seizes all Japanese banks and businesses. December 9th, many Japanese language schools close. December 11th, FBI warns against possession of cameras or guns by suspected enemy aliens. December 30th, California revokes liquor license held by non-citizen Japanese. January 14th, President Roosevelt orders re-registration of suspected enemy aliens in West. January 29th, U.S. Attorney General Francis Biddle issues the first of a series of orders establishing limited strategic areas along the Pacific coast and requiring the removal of all suspected enemy aliens from these areas. January 31st, Attorney General establishes 59 additional prohibited zones in California to be cleared by February 15th. February 4th, Attorney General establishes curfew zones in California to become more effective. February 19th, President Roosevelt signed Executive Order number 9066, authorizing the Secretary of War or any military commander designated by Secretary to establish military areas and exclude therefrom any or all persons. These are just some of the many events that led up to the Japanese-American internment. Two very important court cases during this time were Hirobayashi versus United States and Korematsu versus United States. These two court cases talked about very important matters like curfew and the internment itself. Hirobayashi's case was about the curfew. Gordon Hirobayashi was an American citizen. He believed that it was not fair that he can only be out till 8 p.m. He felt that this was wrong and brought this up to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court ruled that it was okay for them to do this because of the country's current status. Korematsu's case was considered to be more important than the Hirobayashi case, since it was about the internment itself. It can be said that the Korematsu case is more known and overshadowed the Hirobayashi case. Fred Korematsu did not follow the internment and went to the Supreme Court to gain back his rights. He did not win, and like before with Hirobayashi, the Supreme Court did not rule in his favor.